What in the world, Bo? For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports. You yourself. Yes, you. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I definitely and greatly appreciate it. Wow, it's crazy. The countdown is continuing before Atlanta Falcons football season. But the beautiful thing is that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are watching some of these games right now. Me and Coach Ronnie, we were actually just watching Elon and Duke play each other. But look at here, man. Football season has started. It's here. We're excited about it. It's great to hear the pads popping. It's great to see some good football again. I don't know if y'all are like me. Y'all been feeding it or what, but I'm excited about it, Bo. I'm excited about it. You know, we had to do a coaches meeting. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get together with everybody to get on here and do a coaches meeting previously because I just been tied up with life, Bo. Old dog be wide open, but it's cool. It's all right. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Because we're here right now tonight. We're gonna do this coaches meeting, see what everybody's thinking, see what everybody's talking about. And we're gonna be getting ready for the season to start, Bo. So I'm definitely excited. Waiting on everybody to come on in here so we can get in here and do it big. Feeling good, feeling great on a Friday night. Shouts out to everybody that, just got paid Friday night. Got a pocket. Well, I got a pocket full of bills. That's where I'm at. I got a pocket full of bills, Bo. You know, can't say I got a pocket full of money. I got a pocket full of bills. But for everybody out there, first of all, make sure that you put a word in the word bowl in the comment. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. And if you could do a country boy favor, make sure that you hit that like button. Y'all know I got to show love to everybody showing love to me. Dre Murphy's in here. He says, hello, beloveds. Y'all beloveds doing and feeling. Oh, how are y'all beloveds doing and feeling on this hot, nice, pretty Friday night? Beloveds. Hello. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Also, got your boy Deezy in here. Says, what in the world, Bo? Let's get it. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Big John Higgins in here. Big Low, what it do? Man, should I be doing good if you gave me some of that rabbit and gravy that you got. Speaking of rabbit and gravy, shouts out to the hunters. I know that a lot of people are getting ready, setting deer stands up and making sure that everything is set up because deer hunting season is right around the corner. Bow hunting season, and your bow hunting was your primitive weapons, and then you have your actual, deer hunting season that most people are used to with with your bang bangs. But shouts out to everybody getting ready for deer hunting season, man. Douglas Farrington in here says we ready. Say I'm a Falcons fan. Rise up. They're taking this season really serious. You like it. I love it, Bo. Shouts out to my homeboy Padre in here says, what's good, coach? Coaching staff. You forgot the 3 years. Shouts out to my homeboy Padre. Thank you so much for your favor that you did for me again yesterday, brother. I definitely and greatly appreciate it. Fifth Alphabet in here. He says, what in the world, Bo? He says, got Drizzy London on my fantasy squad. Championship. Yes, sir. Championship. Slim guy in here said, Bo, you got B lot. You got to line up on point. You know, got to trying to get it lined up a little bit. Fran Chisels in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? Uh, he says, we ready, Low. Sing that thing. Sing that thing, boy. You already know what time. We ready. We ready. We ready for. Look at here, man. It's crazy because it's like I'm always feeling good on Fridays during this time of the year because y'all know where I used to be at. Y'all know where I used to be at around this time on a Friday night. I was on the sidelines. Bo Pass was popping. It was going down like there's a well in the boat. I just checked up on Shady. I checked up on. I think they were winning 27-0 at halftime. Shouts out to Shady. GBO, whatever. GBO. Jack Spade see this. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have hate in his heart. GBO. Shouts out to Shady. JJ Ayrton says 706 in the building. What's good, Lo? Hey, man, you make sure you represent us down there, Bo. You already know what time it is. 3:30 in here. What's going on, 3:30? Much love to you, Bo. Hope you're doing good, man. So the last time I had a chance to sit down and chop it up with y'all, well, I really didn't even get a chance to sit down and chop it up with y'all. because we were actually having the NFC South roundtable. If y'all had a chance to check out the NFC South roundtable, make sure you put a 1 in the chat. Of course, we got to talk about that, right? We got to talk about that because I had a few people hit me up afterwards. A few people was like, "Hey, Lo, what was going on with everybody at the NFC South roundtable? It seems like the energy was off." No, the energy wasn't off. The energy wasn't off. Everybody know what's coming down the pipe. Everybody's making sure that there ain't no dirty draws in there between the wash machine and the dryer because they know that them Atlanta Falcons finna kick them boys in between the wash machine and the dryer. Did y'all hear the silence? Did y'all hear the silence that continued to proceed after I made the points of why the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the NFC South and go to the playoffs and hopefully eventually make a playoff run? Did y'all hear the silence? Because I'm going to tell you something, Bo. It was something serious. My homeboy let us pray in here. What's going on, Bo? You already know what time it is. Melvin Emery. That's right. Your boy Diesel, we ready. We stay ready so we don't got to get ready. 3:30. JJ Ayers, Mike, your boy Deezy. So excited. Look, all them boys in here. They said, "Hey, yeah. We seen it, Lo. We seen it." Did anybody see how? Shouts out to you, Shiesty. Did anybody see how them boys was in there looking crazy? Whenever I made the point on why the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the NFC South, why we're going to make this deep playoff run, I was trying to stay nice to Big Q. I was trying to be nice to Big Q, because I was sitting here like, "Hey, Bo, what in the world? Like, I'm gonna need somewhere to stay during the Super Bowl, and them things legit expensive. I ain't trying to pay no $1,500 for a room. I ain't trying to do it." So I'm sitting here like, "Hey, come on, Big Q. You my boy. We tight. You already know how we do it, Bo. And we done been through the mud, Bo. Like babies and pacifiers. Come on, Big Q. Don't have that hate in your heart." And what Big Q proceeded to do, Big Q proceeded to go off and say, "Hey, man, look, any success that y'all get is from a Falcon. I mean, it's from a Saints man. Nah, Big Q. You got to remember how Atlanta works. Atlanta works in a very specific way. People come here to become successful. The opportunities that they didn't get in the previous places that they were at, if you want to make it, you come to Atlanta." That's what Terry Fontenot did. That's what Ryan Pace did. Caden Ellis, that's what Caden Ellis did. Ryan Nielsen, what did he do? He took a bottom tier team on defense, took him to a top 15 team on defense, went off and got another job. That's what Ryan Nielsen did. So let's be honest. Let's be honest, Molly Mall. You can't say anything about, hey, the success that the Falcons get from a Saint. Nah, we can't say that, bro. The only thing we can say is that these guys who are currently representing the Atlanta Falcons have just made some beautiful things go down. Your boy D said, "I'm seeing him sound like Bill Cosby." What in the world? No, bro. No, we can't be having that. We can't be having no pudding pops. No, bro. No, Bo. We can't be having that. Padre says, it was our quarterback is worth $100 million. That was what made me the proudest. So where this comes from is that we talked about. I proceeded to talk about Kirk Cousins, and they said, "Kirk Cousins, yeah, how is he getting $100 million contract?" I was like, first of all, it's $180 million. The last 2 years avoidable. It's $180 million. But the difference between Kirk Cousins, our quarterback, and your quarterback, and Derek Carr, our quarterback is worth $100 million. Y'all hear that silence? That's the same silence that I heard on the show. I was like, wait, nobody got nothing to say. Nobody got nothing to say. Oh man, you gotta love it, Bo. You gotta love it. Shouts out to the Dixon. Shouts out to the Dixon Way family coming in here. Laney Fitzgerald, Magic Man, Breeze, they all coming in here with the Dixon Way raid. Shouts out to the Dixon Way. Y'all make sure that y'all share them out, man. Dixon Way showing some love. Uh, Look, any sort of sporting event that's going on in Atlanta or around Atlanta or that involves an Atlanta team, Larry is broadcasting that. Larry and his beautiful wife Shonda making some great content over there. I was listening to him a little bit earlier during the Braves game, and I'm sure he's in the thick of it right now. It looks like the Braves are in the middle of the ninth, up 7-2. Shouts out to my homeboy Larry the Dixon Way. You already know what time it is. No, I came in and said pudding pops. Yeah, yeah. Man, look, shouts out to my man, my big brother. He was like my big brother. He's like a dad to me. I'm pretty sure y'all know my dad. He passed away whenever I was like 13 years old. So my big brother, he's like my dad. He's 14 years older than me. But you talk about pudding pop. He reminds me a lot of Bill Cosby. The positive, Cliff Huxtable, that Bill Cosby, not the that Bill Cosby that we seen on the Cosby Show. That he reminds me a lot of, man. Every time I talk to Coach Rody, I talk about my big brother. I want to pudding pop because he always remind me of that, man. But maybe maybe it's rubbing off on me. Oh man, but look at here, Bo. Let's go ahead and look at this 53-man roster. As a coaching staff, y'all know we got to take a chance to look at it, break it down, see what everybody's thinking. If there's anybody that we should have left on the roster that we took off, Josh says Bill Cosby, not Bill Cosby. Goodness gracious. Shouts out to my homeboy Smitty in here. It says hot balls, no pause, because we ain't talking about those kind of hot balls, Smitty. Get that hate out your heart. Get your mind out the gutter. So let's look at this 53-man roster that the Atlanta Falcons got going on and see how we feeling about it. All right, so 53-man roster by the Atlanta Falcons. Gonna look and see what they talking about. The offense features 24 players. The defense has 26. So as y'all can do the math, that's 50. Then moving forward, you got special teams guys that's going to count for those last three. So quarterback, I'm pretty sure y'all see the mistake that the Falcons have failed to update. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they said that the trade still hasn't gone through, or they're finalizing the trade or whatever for Taylor Heineke. But as of right now, y'all mentally erase that 3, and we're gonna put a 2 in there, right? So you got Kirk Cousins, and you got Michael Penix Jr. I feel like this is one of the best quarterback rooms in the NFL. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. One of the best quarterback rooms in the NFL. Michael Penix Jr., it's kind of like I said in the NFC South roundtable. Wait, Miles, get that hate out your heart. It's like I said in the NFC South roundtable, the Atlanta Falcons are planning for right now. They're planning for today. They're also planning for the future. So look, you legitimately gotta love it. You legitimately gotta love it. So I'm going to ask the chat if y'all think I'm wrong. If you feel like this is a top quarterback room in the NFL, put a 3 in the chat. If you disagree with me, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. If you feel like this is a top quarterback room in the NFL, put a 3 in the chat. If you don't feel like that's the case, put a 4 in the chat. Also, shouts out to my big bro Smitty. He says, Big Low, who would you add on that 53rd spot on the roster? I don't know if y'all can see my hand. No, I've been talking to Terry. We've been in negotiation. We've been talking. That's why I said it's 2 quarterbacks on the roster. It's soon to be 3 after a while. Yeah. So look, the rich get richer, because I see everybody in the comment, everybody saying 3, fifth alphabet. Molly Mall says, he got that hate in his heart. You always got to get the opposite for Molly Mall. But Coach Dre, J Mall, they all say 3. ATLGA Faithful, Padre, JJ Eric, they all say 3. They feel like this is one of the best or the best quarterback room in the NFL. Wallace says, "Okay, Dre, I hope that your dad gets well." So wait a minute, Dre. Pops ain't doing too good. Uh, yeah, Dre. Let me know, man. Let me know. I didn't know Pops ain't doing too good. Yeah. Let me know what's going on with that. Your boy Deezy, he says 3. Um, J Balls will get that hate out your heart. Tay Bro says 4. He says to be determined. I'm not mad at that, Tay Bro, because we haven't seen anything from these quarterbacks. We only seen what 16 passes from Michael Penix. We hadn't seen no play from Kirk Cousins. We hadn't even seen Kirk Cousins at training camp. The only time we had a chance to see Kirk Cousins is at the high school and at the Benz that Friday night. We hadn't had a chance to see what Kirk Cousins could do, in live action. So I'm not mad at that, y'all. Ray Shun, he says 3. Shouts out to Coach Wallace Smith. Hey Wallace, let me know how the Tigers doing tonight. Quentin Willis, he says 4. He says, hey, like, before we get naked, before we start jumping up and down, doing jump jacks, get naked. Let's pump our brakes here. Mactown Dirty, shouts out to Mactown Dirty, man. Christopher White, they all say 3. Now, one thing that I see and that I notice about this quarterback room is that Terry Fontenot legitimately changed and got rid of anything that even smelled like Arthur Smith. Anything that smelled like Arthur Smith. The only thing that we kept that has anything to do with Arthur Smith is the O-line coach. And they even upgraded him to run game coordinator. You make your strengths stronger, right? But anything as far as the passing game that had anything to do with Arthur Smith, it's out of here. Desmond Ritter, in the words of Chris Brown, deuces. Taylor Heineke, out of here. They ain't even finna fool with it, Bo. They ain't even finna fool with it. Yeah, definitely, Dre. We praying for you and your dad, man. Much love to you and Pops. Shouts out to my sis, Joy. She says, came by to say hello. I'm working on you and sis shirts tomorrow. We appreciate that, Joy. Shouts out to my sister Joy. Make sure y'all check her out at her little self on Twitter. She's making shirts, custom Atlanta Falcons shirts for everybody. So y'all make sure that y'all check her out, man. Great. Look, she's doing it big over there. That's my big sister, even though she's 2 feet shorter than me. That's my big sister. Your boy DZ, he says prayers to you and your family, Dre. Definitely, definitely. So that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed from this roster. Anything that smells like Arthur Smith, they're getting rid of it. They're legitimately moving on. So I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Another thing that really surprised me, I thought Avery Williams was gone. Whenever I was looking at the 53-man roster that came out, I was like, okay, well, Avery Williams, I'm pretty sure he's out the door. I wonder where he's going to be going to next. Then I look at the roster here, and I be doggone, he's on here, and I feel like the simple fact that he could literally play 3 positions is a huge plus. The guy could kick return, punt return, and he could play running back, and he could play cornerback. This is for the young players out there. The more you can do, the better it is for you. So, I mean, this is a prime example. Avery Williams, he was hurt last year. You look at this running back room and you say, hey, man, you got Bijan Robinson, you got Tyler Algier, you got Jason McClellan, coming out of Alabama. Look, man, you legitimately gotta love it. You legitimately gotta love it. So I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely enjoying this running back room. I'm finna ask the same question though. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Is it one of those situations where do we have one of the best running back rooms in the NFL? If you feel like we do, put a 3 in the chat. If I'm wrong, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking because I'm just looking at this 53-man roster and this isn't necessarily a depth chart. I'm just thinking, hey, Bo, is it a situation where am I wrong? Am I wrong for what I'm seeing? Shouts out to my homeboy Dre. True statement in here. What in the world, Bo? Now what's the word? Friday. That's the word. I'm off work Friday. Molly Mall, he asked Joy to make him a shirt, man. We make you a shirt with a burlap sack or a paper bag. That's it. Hey, sis. I got Molly Mall shirt right here. You think you could cut it for him? Put some sleeves in it. Cut the neck out right here. Molly Mall, that's your shirt right there, Bo. That's your shirt. Oh man, Coach Wilder says, Coach Lowe, they're losing to Swainsboro 27-3 and daggum. Man, boy, I hate to see the whole home team struggling like that. One Tiger losing to another Tiger. I appreciate that, Coach Wallace. Appreciate that, man. Um, Shouts out to J Ball. He says, hey man, I'm at work in and out the chat, but I'll be tuned. I appreciate that, Bo. My homeboy ATLGA Faithful in here. Shouts out to my homeboy ATLGA Faithful. He was reading my mind. You can make that shirt out of a paper bag. Look, ATLGA Faithful, that's my homeboy. He actually did me a favor last Friday night at that last preseason game. I ain't gonna say what it is, but he working security at the Benz. Shouts out to my homeboy ATLGA Faithful. Much love to my brother, man. He's good people. Coach Wallace, Ray's son, they say 3. They say it's one of those situations where look, this is one of the best running back rooms in the NFL. You got Bijan, who some people say could be an MVP candidate. You got Tyler Algier. We know what Tyler Algier can do. You got Avery Williams, who, he reminds me a lot of Antoine Smith. He reminds me of a big play waiting to happen. And you got Jason McClellan, who, he had a few flashes. I feel like, playing with your boy Taylor Heineke, I just feel like we really couldn't see what Jace could do. Because Taylor Heineke was sucking it up. Your boy DZ, make sure you hit up at her little self on Twitter. Or you could just comment under here. I'm pretty sure she'll reach out to you. Let you know how you could get one of those custom shirts. She got all kind of Atlanta Falcons shirts, man. And they fire too. Notice I didn't say fire, they fire. Tay Bro, Rounds One, J Mall, they all think that this is a top running back room in the NFL. Mr. Ravens in here. He says top running back room. Melvin Emery, top running back room. Padre says Molly Moss shirt need to snap between his legs too, because he gonna get naked. 3 Dirties in here says 3, yeah. Where Coach Roddy at? Coach Roddy probably in there watching the movie. Well, nah, because he was in there watching the college football game. Ever since Shady's going to play college football, she has this huge fascination with college football now. She has rivals in college football. I'm not going to tell you who the rivals are, based off of the recruiting experiences. I'll let Coach Roddy disclose all that to you whenever the season starts. Coach Roddy, she, during the off season, she's been on sabbatical. But she'll be back once the season starts up. Quint Willis says 3. He says Tyler is a great runner, great compliment to beat. I completely agree with you. Terry Wilson, what in the world, boy? How you doing, man? Let's go. Let's keep on going down the line. All right. So this is one of the positions that a lot of people were worried and kind of concerned about how it was going to unfold. The wide receiver position. Some people were wondering about Josh Ali. Somebody was worried about Chris Blair. With my gold mouth blur, thought we was gone like J.D. Herb, but we're still in the air. Born Memphis in the air. And that space shuttle got me way. People worry about it. I was hoping we'd get Chris Blair so I could keep, singing Blair or Flair like the folks in Memphis. Shouts out to Big Low, 8-Ball MJG. A lot of y'all might not get that reference. What it look like money. Yeah, a lot of y'all might not know nothing about that. But yes, unfortunately, Chris Blair is not on the 53-man roster. As far as the practice squad and everything like that, who's going to be the final practice squad, that's to be determined, because people are going to be getting picked up and dropped and moved around all up the way to the that last practice day of the season. But you got Drake London. We all know what Drake London can do. We know what Drake London capable of. Terry Wilson says, "Oh, what's up, Big Lo? It's T Will from one time. Oh, shouts out to you, T Will, T Whistle. Much love to my homeboy T Will. T Will, I was actually listening to you a little bit earlier while I was washing dishes. Coach Ronald, you be having me working, boy. Look, I don't know if y'all seen the other day. I commented on a Smitty show. I like, look, man, I would jump on there, but Coach Ronald got me cleaning out the refrigerator. I was washing dishes. Coach Ronald be working the whole dog. But anyway, Drake London, we know what Drake London's capable of. Darnell Mooney. Once again, guys, Terry Fontenot's completely revamped this offense. Anything that had a resemblance of what Arthur Smith had going on, what he wanted, Terry Fontenot came in and just changed it. Darnell Mooney is not an Arthur Smith type of guy. He's fast, he's shifty, great route runner. That's not an Arthur Smith guy. Ray McLeod, shifty, kind of twitchy, kind of reminds you of me, in my physical abilities, I just cut the lights off and cut them back on and sit down. Y'all don't even realize it. Watch this. See, I just started the show and restarted. Y'all didn't know. Anyway, Ray McLeod, fast, twitchy. That's not an Arthur Smith guy. Now, Cordero Hodge, that's an Arthur Smith guy. Great high pointer of the ball. Got some good size to him. Casey Washington. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Casey Washington. We've seen a little bit what he could do, especially in that first preseason game. I'm really excited about this wide receiver room. So I'm going to ask y'all. Drake's true statement says 3G in the building. Hashtag Jay still pushing the whole red alert thing. Is a red alert thing still going on? Because I know that Jess Bates talk about crash out crew, and we had to smothered and covered. I don't know what we call this defense. We got to see it first. But Dre, he's still pushing hashtag red alert. He's still pushing it, man. Brandon Bird, what's going on with you, fam? Hope you're doing good tonight, man. But yeah, I mean, so I got to ask the coaching staff. Y'all already know how we do it. I'll talk to you already, Nick. Is this wide receiver? I'm not going to ask if it's a top wide receiver room. Is it in the top tier? Is it in the top 15 or what we get 32? Is it in the top 16 in the NFL? If you feel like it's in the top 16, put a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's a situation where it's not in the top 16, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Bernard says Big Low got the best chat in the game during the Lord have mercy, boy. Look, I tell everybody all the time, man. Look, when it comes to the chat, man, the chat go crazy. But it's not just during the season, during the off season too. Look, y'all should have been in here after the draft, because after the draft, boy, it was going down. After the draft, boy, it was going down. Like there was a whale in the boat. So yeah, I mean, but during the season, Coach Roney, boy, let me tell y'all something, boy. Coach Roney, she be going crazy. Especially when Arthur Smith was in here, Coach Roney was going in. I was like, dang, Coach Roney, you gonna do it like that? Goodness gracious. Goodness. Now, look, I know I asked as far as like do we reckon like or is it a situation where we're in the top 16 as far as wide receivers, but I'm going to put the wide receivers and the tight ends together. So some people might have to vote again. But I'm going to put the wide receivers and the tight ends together. Shouts out to my homeboy Q Lavender coming in here, Bo. I see you. 330 says hashtag smothered and covered. Sounds good, Lo. Man, shoot. I got to watch how I say it, because every time I say it, I be wanting to go up there to the Waffle House. Tell old boy, like, hey, man, stop smoking that cigarette. Come in here and make me these hash browns. Dixon Way said, okay, the Braves game just ended. I'm back in the coaches meeting. Shouts out to the Dixon Way, Bo. Last time I looked at it, they were winning 7-2. Let me check. Let me see what we did. I gotta make sure ain't nothing. Make sure we didn't have no make sure that we didn't go off the train tracks. Okay, 7-2 final. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Lopez. Shouts out to the Braves. Having some fight, man. ATLGA Faithful, great channel, man. Great content. Make sure y'all check him out. He says he's pushing that red alert too. He's pushing red alert too. So I want to know between the wide receivers and the tight ends. So you got to count Kyle Pitts and Charlie Warner in there. Are we a top tier? Are we in the top half in as far as pass catchers with your wide receivers and your tight ends? I apologize, I didn't put them in there before. Dre, he says 3. He thinks we are. Fifth Alphabet, he says 4. Q Lavender, Dixon Way, Coach Wallace, Dre with the 3. Now Segre, he says 4. He says he don't agree. ATLGA Faithful says including Pitts 3. He says 3, including Pitts. You already know. Melvin Emery, Eric Mack, they say 3. Terry Wilson says Big Low is that dude. No, T Will is that dude. Matt Ty Dirty says 3. It depends on the quarterback play. That's huge. Because we've seen Kyle Pitts with Matt Ryan. We also seen Kyle Pitts with Marcus Mariota. We also seen Kyle Pitts with Desmond Ridder. We also seen Kyle Pitts with Taylor Heineke. Did we see? Yes, with Taylor Heineke. So, I mean, you make a great point there. You make a great point. Wait a minute. My mom said, I can't trust a man that has a fish tattoo. Who got a fish tattooed on their truck? Mom, what you talking about, bro? Coach Wilder says our wide receiver room is solid enough to compete with any team. I completely agree with you there, Bo. My homeboy A1 Forever, Chris Tipmore. Shouts out to my boy. He says, Lowski, what's good, my brother? Hey, man, we trying to make it, Bo. Taking it slow like a cat eating a grubbing hoe, Bo. You already know it, man. Shouts out to my homeboy, Chris Tipmore. Great content over there. But the fact of the matter is, one thing that we have to consider whenever we talk about these pass catchers, we have to make sure that we have to factor in the what did Arthur Smith say? The variables, right? Arthur Smith was a variable that didn't work to our benefit before. So we got to make sure that we factor in the variables. And one of the variables that we have to factor in is that we have Zach Robinson as an offensive coordinator. Did y'all see what Puka Nacua did last year? Did y'all see what Cooper Kupp has been doing over the last few years? So, with that being said, it's one of those situations where, dadgum, Bo, we know what we seen Darnell Mooney have a 1,000-yard season. Trey London's right there to having a 1,000-yard season. We've seen Kyle Pitts have a 1,000-yard season. Then it's like one thing that I think a lot of people do is a lot of people just kind of overlook this young man right here and Bijan Robinson, because Bijan Robinson could literally be split out at wide receiver. I mean, he could come out of the backfield and be as good as a pass catcher as any running back in the league. Whenever he was at Texas, they said that he was the best wide receiver on that team, on that staff. So, I mean, the best pure wide receiver. So if you take all that into consideration, I mean, Bo, we seen what Zach Robinson did with that offense that they had last year. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and compare Kirk Cousins to Matthew Stafford, but one thing that I can say is I know what Kirk Cousins is capable of. I know what Kirk Cousins has done in the past. So, I mean, that's something that we definitely got to consider. My friend Tanisha Higgins is in here. She says, what in the world, Bo? 5. I have to see. I'm not sure yet. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Tanisha. Said these last few years have been exhausting, but I do have hope that we're looking out. Look, I'm cool with that. If you in wait and see mode, I am not mad at that, my friend. You know, if you got to see it, you know, Tanisha, one of those people that say, show me the baby. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right. So now, you know, we get down to the trenches. We get down to the big uglies. The big uglies. Well, look, I ain't going to say big uglies because I was down there. You get down to the big pretties. So we got Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron on that left side. Matthews playing left tackle, Bergeron playing guard. Bergeron came in and started at guard as a rookie. A lot of people don't remember that now. A lot of people don't remember that. Then you got Drew Dalman. You know, they say he has the NFL pedigree. His dad was an offensive lineman for years. Then Chris Lindstrom, a lot of people say one of the best guards in football. Then you got Caleb McGarry, you know, who's, you know, it's like that old Vivian Green song. Oh, old Vivian Green song. Y'all remember? Emotional roller coaster, loving you ain't nothing healthy. Love it. Look, a lot of y'all might not know nothing about that. A lot of y'all might not know nothing about that. You know, I was, I was R&B, I was R&B baby. I was R&B baby. You know, I'd be randomly singing public announcement. Y'all know nothing about that public announcement. Y'all know nothing about that. You know, if anybody does know a public announcement song in the chat, just put the title of the song in the chat. Because a lot of these young Thundercats don't know nothing about that R&B public announcement. Anyway, I'm sorry. My bad. Is this offensive line a top 5 offensive line? Since Larry put it in there. Is this offense? If this offensive line is a top 5 offensive line in this league, you got continuity because this was the same offensive line that you had last year. If this offensive line is a top 5 offensive line, put a 3 in the chat. If not, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what everybody's thinking. While everybody's putting their vote in, fact of the matter is, look at the backups. Backups are pretty doggone good. If you're just looking at the backups compared to other teams' backups, whoa. You got Ryan Newsel, who came in last year, and you know he was with the same offensive line coach. He came in last year a few times. He balled out. Kyle Hinton, whenever he came in, I didn't see as much of a drop. Storm Norton, he's been a swing tackle for the last year and a half. They said Gwen was the highest rated offensive lineman during the preseason. Now, mind you, he was going against 2s and 3s. But they said he was the highest rated offensive lineman during the preseason. So I'm not mad at it. I cannot be mad at. I ain't mad at ya. I ain't mad at ya. Oh man, but you look at this offensive line. Put a 3 in the chat if you feel like it's a top 5 offensive line in the league. If you feel like it's not, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what everybody's thinking. All right, so let's see. A lot of people put the vibes in. Tay Bro, he said, "Vibe you got." That's R. Kelly. That's R. Kelly, Tay Bro. You know, they'll sing background, but if you ever listen to that song, and I'm, you know, I know that this is a touchy subject. I hadn't listened to, you know, none of Mr. Kell songs in a long time. But if you ever listen to that song at the end of it, where he names all the names, there's Betty's got it, got that. Juanita's got it, got that. There's some old names. You don't hear him say nothing about Shaniqua or Tamira. You know, you don't hear him say nothing about Megan. Megan's got it. Nah, he like, Betty's got it. Joanne's got it. Oh, these are grandmama names. I don't know if y'all ever noticed that now. But yes, Vibe is an R. Kelly song. All right. Let's see. ATLGA Faithful, Rounds Ones, Q Lavender. They all say 3. Jay Figgins in here, man. Look here. I didn't realize there were so many people in Atlanta that never had a fig before. Y'all need to make sure y'all get some figs in your life. If you like sweet fruits, get you a fig. Go somewhere where you can find a fig right off the tree. You dodge the wasp and everything, but yeah, them figs is legit. And the words of Rick Ross said, shouts out to the pears, shouts out to the figs. J True Statement, he says 3. Y'all know I'm all over the place. He says 3. Tanisha says 3. Matthew Bergeron is our little baby. He's gonna be a great captain. He's gonna be great for Captain Kirk. He's been guarding that left side. Nobody's gotten past. So that's what I'm talking about. Our little baby. Shouts out little baby, man. I don't know if y'all heard little baby done got locked up too. Dang, oh boy. Goodness gracious. But I love me a 3. So this thing deeper and deeper and deeper. A1 forever. He says 3. Your boy DZ, Tay Bro, they say 3. The Dixon Way says his team is a top 5 team in the NFL. Come on, Larry. Hey, Larry. It's a family show, man. You just getting naked on here. Talk about you drinking the Kool-Aid. Come on, Larry. Melvin Emery, he says 3. Now, your boy D, he says slow dance. Slow dance is not a public announcement song. They were singing background on it. That's another Kale song. J Mall, he says, look at here, Bo. It's top 5. We need to draft Matthews' replacement immediately, though, Bo. I don't want to wait till it's too late. Da da da. That's a Superman chat. That's it, Bo. You already know what time it is. Appreciate that, J Mall. J Mall breaking that thing out. First Superman chat of the night. ATL, and he says bullet ball. Yes, sir. Jay Real says Honey Love. That's another R. Kelly song. That's another R. Kelly. Everybody come with R. Kelly song. What song? Y'all remember the public announcement songs? Goodness. This way says I got 5 on it. Okay, I hear you, Bo. Shirley's got it. Got that 5. That's right, T. Will. Young OG, he says 3. Why am I wild? Why am I wild? J-Ball said, ain't no Betty born after 67. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no Betty born after. Betty's got it. Got that 5. Joanne's got it. Lula's got it. Catherine's got it. I don't know if those names are in there. But you get the point that I'm making. Jerry G, he says, what in the world, Bo? Big Low. Go. No, Jerry. Man, you see that? Saints fans come in here just hating, Bo. They just come in here and say, he did. He showed up, did. Dang, Low, I forgot all about it. He showed up, did. The even cuter Leah's got it. He showed, look, he showed up, did. You, no lies told. Ryan Thomas in here. What's going on? What's going on with you, Ron? Hope you're doing good tonight, fam. Jared, he says, just stopping by to say hello. You have a blessed and safe Labor Day weekend, Big Low and family. Be blessed. Hey, man, we appreciate it. And our Braves won, Jared. He's a Saints fan, but he's also a Braves fan. We also got another Superman chat from J Mall. He says, low in chat, where do y'all get y'all game tickets, Bo? I was looking at the Seahawks game. I went to purchase, and it was additional $80 in fees. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Man, Bo. I'm going to have to, I tell you what, J Mall, send me an email, and I get with you. It'll be one of them situations where I had to get you. I had to get you with my people. Your boy D said that's public. That R. Kelly and public announcement. JD. Now you did say John Doe. Now that was a public. Who was the guy who said to you, I don't know. Tell me his name. John Doe. That was a public announcement song. I can't knock you on that one. I can't knock you on that one. But I'm surprised nobody said yippee-i-o, yippee-i, wanna bump your body, baby, wanna bump your body. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got oh yeah. Yippee-i-o, yippee-i, wanna bump your body, baby, wanna bump your body, wanna bump your body. That's that public announcement right there. Y'all know nothing about that. Look, one of these days when y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all pull that body bumping. That body bumping by public announcement. Y'all pull that thing up. Look at here. I be saying that thing to Coach Roney. I be saying that thing to Coach Roney. Whenever I'm feeling frisky. Yeah. But anyway, so I think we all agree the offensive line is. I think we all agree it's a top 5 offensive line. It was like a top 3 offensive line last year. We're coming back. We're stronger than ever. Now, the question, and you know what? We're going to put all of this together. We're not just going to look at the defensive line. That includes Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata. Just imagine blocking that. Imagine blocking Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata. Look, Pittsburgh Steelers, who just lost their left guard. Somebody, Russell Wilson, call Letitia your beautician. Cause your hair is gonna need fixing. Russell Wilson is about to sweat it out, sweat it out, sweat it out. Ooh. Because imagine blocking Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata in that A and B gap. Imagine blocking those guys. Then you got Taquan Graham that's coming in behind them. We all know that, Raheem Morris, he likes that rotation. Just like your boy Snoop and Wiz Khalifa, they like that rotation. Then you got Zach Harrison, who got 5 sacks in a few games at the end of the year last year. Eddie Goldman, we don't know what Eddie gonna do. We don't know what Eddie gonna do. We know what kind of dude he used to be, but he made that 53-man roster, so Eddie Goldman must be legit. Kentavious Street. Then we're not done. You still got Ruka Rororo. You still got Brandon Dorless and James Smith-Williams. Bo, you talk about depth. You talking about depth. You talking about this is like the depths of the ocean. This is depth. You come in here talking about, hey, Bo, yeah. After Grady Jarrett come out, get a few breathers. Oh, we just gonna bring Zach Harrison in. Like what? What? After the first 15 plays, we're gonna bring Zach Harrison in along with Eddie Goldman and Kentavious Street. Like, hold on. Y'all remember the roster last year and the years before that? Then you got Ruka Roro, who is looking legit. He's gonna be coming in sporadically. Brandon Dorless and James Smith-Williams. Now, like I said, we're putting that because we're not just going to talk about just the we're not just talking about the line. We're going to put the line and the outside linebackers, just the edge rushers, and the outside linebackers together. We're talking about because the issue over the years has been a pass rush. Then you got doggone Matthew Judon that you're throwing in there, Bo. You throwing Matthew Judon in there. Lorenzo Carter, who's always been consistent, he's gonna get you 4-5 sacks a year. 1 year, what he got, a 6, if I'm not mistaken. Arnold Ebiketie, who could legit be your, that could legit be your guy that pops up out of, well, I ain't gonna say out of nowhere, but that could legit be your guy who the light just clicks for him. And D'Angelo Malone, who now we're running a 3-4 a little bit more often. Hopefully he'll get a chance to eat. With that being said, between your defensive line and your edge rushers, your outside linebackers, are we a top 10 front unit? If you feel like we are top 10, put a 3 in the chat. 3, yeet. If you feel like we're not, put a 4 in the chat. I think we are. I don't normally come out and speak like that normally, but I'll just put it out there. I think we are. I think it's a situation where we're legit top 10. Now I could legitimately be wrong. I could very well be wrong, but I think we're top 10. If you look at this depth, Grady Jarrett, Onyemata, Taquan Graham, Zach Harrison, Eddie Goldman, Kentavious Street, Ruka Road. That was your second round pick. That was your second round pick. Brandon Dorless, James Smith-Williams. And don't forget, Braylon Trice is still on this team. He's just on IR right now. Don't forget that. So if you feel like it's one of those situations where, hey, this is a top 10 edge rusher / defensive line, put a 3 in the chat. If you don't agree, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what you're thinking. Bernard says, Mike Davis, he always went down first contact. Boy, come on, man. Man, yeah, look, it's one of them situations. Root, he been getting some love. I don't know if y'all remember. I said this. I said, hey, Bo. I said, if Root gets the time, he could lead the league in tackles for loss. I mean, he could lead the team in tackles for loss if he gets the time. But I didn't know that the defensive line room was going to be this deep. I'm just telling you. A1 Forever says, y'all sound like my guy Too Short with the freaky tails. Now look here, boy. I ain't get freaky now. I just said, I just do the dance and sing it to, Coach Rona every now and then, Wanna bump your body, wanna bump your body. We can do this all night. I can bump with your mama. I can bump with your sister. I'm gonna bump it on and on, baby. Oh man, shouts out to my homeboy J Mall. He said, hey Lo, how Mike Davis run 2 yards. He do all that for 2 yards. That's it, J Mall. For 2 yards. That's it. He do all that for 2 yards. All right, let's see what everybody's thinking. Melvin Emery, J Mall, ATLGA Faithful, Q Lab. They all say 3. They feel like this is top 10. Wait a minute. Larry says 4. He said, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought he said 4. Your boy Deezy said Big Trey. J Mall says 3 to the 3rd power. Hello. Bernard says 3. Judon makes us top 10. Yes, sir. A1 Faber says 3. Yeet. Yes, sir. You know it. Matt Town Dirty says Big Low. Do you think we'll see Archie Smith have a look what I could do moment during the game? Matt Town Dirty. You know you're gonna have some look what I can do. You know you're gonna have that. Of course he's gonna try to outsmart us. Come on, Mo. You know that's coming, Matt Town. Shouts out to my homeboy Matt Town Dirty. Home my homeboy old Larry O. Shouts out to Mr. Falconsville. Killer Lines, he says 3. ATL Skate Man, shouts out to my big brother ATL Skate Man, man. I met him at the event. Much love to my brother, man. He says too early, Lo. He says 4. It's too early. You can't jump out there like that. Now Larry says, I think if the team has a top 10 defensive line, we will win a Super Bowl. I had to see it first. 15th in the league will get us to the NFC Championship, in my opinion. Now, look, I think it can happen, Larry. I think it can happen. Euro Boss said, let that sink in. Hashtag Super Bowl. Yes. Q Lavender said, Big Love, you need to do stand-up comedy. Come on, boy. I ain't that funny now. I ain't that funny. Look here, man. Look, those guys, they legitimately craft jokes from the beginning to end, setting it up properly, voice inflection and everything like that. I mean, you never know. You never know. I might consider it one day. I might consider it. My homeboy Norman Fitzgerald's in here. He said, Big Lowski, did you get that Bijan in fantasy this year? So I had one draft. Man, I had so many people ask me about being in the draft this year, Bo. I had to start turning some folks down because Coach Ronnie was like, hey, Coach, don't be getting too many fantasy leagues. I was like, okay, I got you. Like, look, because y'all, as y'all know, I got like 5 jobs. I got like 5 jobs. First job, of course, is being a loving husband. That's the first job. And but y'all know from all the different things I do, I don't gotta name them, but man, shoot, I can't keep up with all those leagues. So I had to let a few of them go. The same way the Falcons had to let a few of these linebackers go. I know a lot of people were sore that they let go of Mutton because Mutton he walked out of one game with like 15 tackles. I was like, dang, boy, that boy out there thumping. I never forget that last game, boy. He had him a real good stop right there at the 3rd down line, shoulder to shoulder. I said, oh yeah, and he was driving his feet too. I was like, oh yes, I'm loving it. He shoulder to shoulder, shot his hands. He he shot it out the holster. Shot his hands appropriately, drove those feet. I was like, man, boy, that's just a good stop. But unfortunately, he didn't make the 53-man roster because if you look at this linebacker room, goodness gracious, Bo. I mean, what else? What else can you say? You got Caden Ellis. You got Troy Anderson. You got Nate Landman. All 3 of those guys are going to be seeing the field. Then you got a guy, J.D. Bertrand, who some people are saying is one of the biggest students of the game that they've ever seen. Now, I'm not the type to get naked, but I will ask y'all: do y'all feel like this is do y'all feel like this is a top linebacker room in the NFL? If you do feel like it's a top linebacker room, put a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's not, put a 4 in the chat. I mean, based off of what I seen last year from Caden Ellis, who played exceptionally, and the thing is that I feel like he didn't play as aggressively as he wanted to last year because he couldn't trust his offense. But this year, if you look at it, if it's a situation where he comes out there, I think he could legitimately make some huge moves and take things in a positive direction. And if he does that, man, it's gonna be crazy because he's gonna be playing all over the place. He's gonna be playing behind the line of scrimmage. He's gonna be playing out in space. So if y'all feel like this is a top linebacker room, put a 3 in the chat. If you disagree, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know. I just want to know what y'all think. J Miles says, I agree that I got the most faith in the DT room. Edges have something to prove. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Larry says, I need someone on the other side of the defensive line of Judan to make it a top 10 defensive line. I think we're at 15. I hope it's better though. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. All right, so let's see here. So I mean, and the crazy thing is that all of these guys are just good at their own special thing. Caden Ellis, he's good at those sim pressures. Troy Anderson, he's just a freak athletically. Nate Landman, he's just always in the right place at the right time and he makes the tackle. JD Bertrand, like we don't we've seen him a little bit, but they cut his playing time back a little bit too after he went out there and started making those plays. So I'm going ahead and tell you something. If JD Bertrand is who they think he's going to be, Caden Ellis or Troy Anderson, I really feel like they're going to be out the door soon. I really feel like they're going to be out the door. So let's see what everybody's thinking. Dre Murphy, he says 3. He says 3, yeet. Let's see here. Melvin Emery, he says 3. Gene Davis is in here. Shouts out to you, Gene. He says 3. He says we had early injuries. It's up now. It's up and it's up and it's up and it's ain't that how the Cardi B song go? She just say when it's up, when it's up, when it's up. Okay, I'm sorry. Matt Town Dirt says, I hate not seeing Trice play. Didn't know he was that man. He thought that's a big boy. And he got some good engine, a good motor in that engine too. Manuel Brown says Nate Landman break out to the whole league. Troy is faster than Nate, but Nate Reeves plays way better than Troy, so he plays faster. Thank you so much for explaining that, Manuel. A lot of people don't understand that. Like that linebacker position, like you could be fast as all get out, right? Whenever you're fast and you know how to play with your speed, like you know how to not take false steps and you know how to sift through trash, know how to do things like play those trail techniques, play those slingshot techniques and things like that. A lot of linebackers listening, they know how to bounce off of that center or bounce off of that guard to get into that backfield a little bit quicker. It's one of those situations where if you don't know how to use your body, if you don't know how to be in the right place at the right time, it don't matter how fast you are. False steps are false steps, and you'll be late every time. You'll be late every time, Bo. Matt Town Dirty, he says 3. Tabro says 3. Q Lavender, it says 3. Look, I'm not mad at it. Larry from the Dixway, he says, I like Lamb and Ellis. I have no faith Troy and JD 45 and 52 flash more for me. But hopefully I'm wrong. 4. I'm not mad at it. All right, so let's go to the cornerback room, which was a huge area of concern all throughout the offseason. It was more of an area of concern than the Atlanta Falcons because look, they didn't make any significant moves. A lot of people thought we might draft somebody. Ryan Thomas put 333 threes in the chat. he feeling this, like he feeling that linebacker room. But shouts out to AJ Terrell. Well late from Westlake High School, getting this huge contract. He definitely deserved it. A lot of people forget that AJ Terrell, after Matt Ryan left, AJ Terrell was one of the faces of the team. Like he took on, being one of the leaders of the team and being one of the spokespeople of the team. So shouts out to AJ. Like he did everything the right way, helped bring people in. And look, I mean, he got rewarded for it, man. He got rewarded for it. Now, Q Lavender, he says, "Hey, man, I think Kevin King should be on that list, and Natron Brooks." And that's what's tough. That's what's tough. It, the, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not just the interception that I seen from Kevin King that made me think that he might make this list, but the fact that he could play cornerback and safety. That's what was the biggest thing for me. Whenever I was like, dang, he can play safety too. And whenever he played safety, he was playing it really good. Like I don't know if y'all were paying attention, but one big thing about that safety on those run plays, you want to see him coming in, coming into the camera shot sometime, in a timely manner. If he's not first or being second, if those linebackers are if they're going horizontal, you want to see that safety flash, and he was flashing. And he got that pick on that slant route. That first game, I think it was the first game of the season, of the preseason. I mean, so we know that there's still some athleticism there. So yeah, I hated the fact that he didn't get a chance to stick with Jerry Gray. But yeah, I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think. Is this in the top half of the cornerback rooms in the NFL? If you feel like it is, put a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those situations where it's not, put a 4 in the chat. I mean, because D Alford, we know what he done in the CFL. He led the CFL in interceptions. Clark Phillips, everybody went crazy over his viral pass breakup when he got 4 feet off the air. And the crazy thing is that that's what he was doing in college every week. But if you feel like this is a top 16 cornerback room, put a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's not, put a 4 in the chat. Me myself, I don't know if it is. I mean, yes, we know what AJ is capable of, and I'm really hoping that AJ could, go back to that. What was that? His second year, whenever he had the 3 interceptions, and he was like a top 10 cornerback in the league. I'm hoping that he could go back to that. But I mean, we don't really know what we're going to get out of Mike Hughes. Now, one thing that gives me relief in this situation is whenever I listen to Raheem Morris speak, and Raheem Morris says things like, "Hey, the beautiful thing about role players is that if you give that role player a job to do, and he does his job the way that he's supposed to do it, that role player turns into a household name." So, I mean, it might be one of those situations where Clark Phillips, he comes in and he knows his role. In the words of The Rock, know your role and shut your mouth. We don't want Clark Phillips to shut his mouth. Anyway, if he comes in and knows his role, it might be one of those situations where he could become a household name, and I might be wrong about that. But one thing that we also have to remember is that safety room is, that safety room crazy. But Justin Simmons, last year in the last 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, I went back and I looked at his PFF. He lined up at slot cornerback about, I think, for like average like 160 plays. So you could legitimately put Justin Simmons at slot cornerback too. So that's something that we would also have to consider. Tanisha, she says they respect AJ. That's why they throw the opposite way. Exactly. Because AJ's legit. Like, we know what AJ's capable of doing. And there'll be some times where he don't catch it, he don't catch the interception, but he's there. I'd rather him be there instead of being like Chris Owens, 4 steps too late. Because Chris Owens is faster than AJ Terrell, but AJ's there. Now sometimes he'll bite on a double move. I'm not mad at that. That means he's aggressive. And it might not look pretty during the game or whenever you see the highlights, but I want my cornerbacks to be aggressive. I don't want my cornerback to be scared, waiting on a double move to happen, and then they just catch a hitch route first down. And then he's coming back to the huddle, second guessing himself. You play aggressively. You got to remember the difference between AJ Terrell this year and the years past. AJ Terrell's been playing handicap because he hasn't had any high balls. Am I right or wrong? Last year we got 40 plus sacks, but the years prior, AJ hasn't had any hot balls. Cut and dry, simple and plain. Last year, think about how tired AJ Terrell had to be running all over the field. You can play wide receiver, you're going to be more tired playing cornerback than playing wide receiver because it's more tiring chasing after somebody and reacting to somebody than just going out there and doing your thing. So us constantly losing the time of possession battle last year, going 3 and out so many times with Mr. Look What I Can Do, it's one of those situations where, you're going to get worn out. So look here, Ron. Like I said, y'all got to keep your mind out the gutter. Hot balls ain't what y'all thinking about. Hot balls is whenever the quarterback's pressure and he has to throw the ball sooner than he has to. Hashtag hot balls. Hot balls. I'm saying it. Oh man! Look at here, do we even have to ask the question? Is this something that we have to do? Uh, do we even have to ask this question? You know what? I'm not going to ask if this is a top 16. I'm not going to ask if it's a top 10, top 5. Is this the best safety room in the NFL? Put a 3 in the chat if you feel like it is. If you disagree, put a 4 in the chat. Is Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, Richie Grant, is that the best safety room in the NFL? If you feel like it is, put a 3 in the chat. If you disagree, respectfully, if you disagree, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all think. Because Jesse, where's Jesse? It's Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons, the two guys who are 1 and 2 in the NFL the last 3 years. Are these guys the best safety room in the NFL? Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to ask, are they top 16, top 10, top 5? I ain't even going to ask that. Are they the best safety room in the NFL? Because, look, the fact of the matter is, Bo, you got two guys now. The quarterback ain't going to be able to identify the free. Both of these guys are so savvy. They legitimately ain't going to be able to identify who's the free. Two things that you identify, you come up to the line of scrimmage as a quarterback. I tell you, because I played quarterback a whole night. I didn't play quarterback. I'd be like those people. I played quarterback. I ain't played no quarterback. I played quarterback. I can tell you all about the quarterback position. I played quarterback. That's one of the reasons why I joke about playing quarterback. I played quarterback. But two things that the quarterback looks for. They look for that safety. Then they look for the mic. You look for the safety and for the mic, you in there like swimwear, Bo. Then after that, you're looking to see if the defense is shifting one way or the other. See if they talk about bringing some pressure with the cornerbacks. You see somebody in motion, then you see, is it a man situation? Or are they running zone? If everybody shifts over one way, they run his zone. Well, if old buddy follows him over there, it's man all day. It's man coverage. We just got to figure out what that safety doing. We're going to look deep. If it ain't there, we check it down. But the reason why this is so beneficial is because if we can have that quarterback doubt himself for a half second, how many times, guys, think about this. How many times the last 3, 4, 5 years have we almost gotten sacks? We got there a half second too late. How many times has that happened? Now you got guys like Jesse Bates and you got guys like Justin Simmons who are legitimately sitting back there. You don't know which one's the free safety and which one's the strong safety because both of them can do the same thing. But that's what they were trying to do with Richie Grant, but it just wasn't working. Now, I got to take, as far as Richie Grant goes, If I were the Atlanta Falcons, I would re-sign Richie Grant. Yes, you heard that correctly. If I were the Atlanta Falcons, I would re-sign Richie Grant. What other situation are you going to have a guy where you can have depth who's had this much experience his first 3 years in the NFL? I would re-sign Richie Grant all day long until the cows come home. Let me see what everybody's saying. Let me see how everybody votes. I said put a 3 in the chat if you feel like this is the best safety room in the NFL. Tanisha Higgins, she says 3. First one to comment. Melvin Emery says 3. Antoine Wartime's in the house. Shouts out to my homeboy Antoine Wartime. Anwar Hill, they say 3. Shouts out to you. Chris White says 3. Sterling Woods is in the house, says 3. Ryan Thomas put 333 threes. Wait a minute, that's 3,333 threes in the chat. Dre Murphy says 3, hands down. Larry from the Dixon Way says 3. Best safety room in the NFL, period, point blank. Matt Town Dirt says, just how far away are we from having a no-fly zone? Boy, come on. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. How far away? Look, that's the question. Q Lavender says 4. Nah, I'm just playing 3. Tay Bro says 3, the best. Zebulon Trees in here says 3 times 3. He says 9. He says 9 squared. I'm sorry. He says the square root of 9. That's what he said. 9 squared. You tell I ain't been in school, boy. You tell him in a minute. You tell me some peak ass said Big Low been in school, boy. That boy said 9 square. Goodness gracious, boy. Good thing Mama Country ain't hear that. Boy. I would have gotten in trouble. That, 9 square, y'all. Were y'all ever young doing homework at the table? Your mama trying to help you do homework, and you say something that's obviously wrong. You're like, boy, if you Big Low, what's 3 times 3? You sit there like, then you get nervous because I be getting nervous and stuff. I be like, that thing traumatized me. That's why I'm sitting here like, oh man, goodness gracious, boy. I hope Mama Country ain't here. Look, I appreciate you, Antoine Wartime. If you could do a country boy favor, make sure that you hit that like button. If you could, make sure you do a country boy favor and hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. If you feel like this Atlanta Falcons team has a chance to go to the playoffs and you need a way to express it, you've been talking trash to all your friends, family, and coworkers, you need to figure out a way to express it. You can express it by hitting that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. No, we try to make sure that we get to a certain amount of likes by the time the show's over with. So if someone could make sure y'all let me know what is a good. Well, let me know how many likes we currently have, and we're trying to get a certain amount of likes by the time the show is over with. I would definitely appreciate it. So we all agree, there's no pushback. This is the best safety room in the NFL. Then you got Young Way Cool, Pinion, and my homeboy Liam McCullough. We be talking all the time. Shouts out to my homeboy Liam. Specialists, I'm gonna be honest with you, we don't know what we got with Cool right now. Bradley Pinion, he needs to make sure he keeps pinioning that thing back. Bad dad joke. Okay. Bradley Pinion needs to make sure he keep pinning that thing back. Liam McCullough, the legitimate definition of consistency. We haven't seen any high snaps or any low snaps. Punters always getting it right there on time. So so basically my whole question to everybody is that after looking at this 53-man roster and we broke down every position piece by piece, y'all let me know why not us? Because everybody kept saying I'm looking back through the chat right now, there's a lot of threes. A lot of people are saying 3. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of threes. A lot of people are saying, whenever we ask the question, hey, is this an elite squad? Yes. Is this an elite squad? Yes. Is this an elite squad? Yes. So whenever we look at the NFC South roundtable, why not us? Why not us? Nisha Higgins says, cool, he don't like them short kicks. It has to be 45 yards or more. Yeah, cool. He'd be like, nah, I need a challenge. But I'm looking at this squad, man. It's like, why can't the Atlanta Falcons make a run for the Super Bowl? Why can't we be in the Little Caesars Superdome in February? I'm sorry. Could anybody in the chat let me know what the what's the sound effect that they play in New Orleans every time someone gets a first down in the Little Caesar Superdome? If anybody could let me know, I'd appreciate it. Dr. Slick says, looking at K 53-man roster. I guessing I'm late. Hey man, yeah. You're a little bit late, bro. You're a little bit late. But yeah, I mean, we broke down pretty much every position, and we were just asking, hey, are we compared to the rest of the league? Are we one of the teams who are a better team in this position? And almost every position. There you go. Q Lab pizza. That's it. Warrior. Every time. Well, yeah, I heard Q. I think Q kind of got mad at me whenever I said, what they say in the Little Caesars Pizza Dome. Whenever they get first out, pizza. I don't know why that's so funny to me. But yeah, man. I mean, look, it's one of those situations. I mean, why can't we be the ones that's going to the Super Bowl? Why can't it be? I mean, Terry Fontenot, I don't see why he shouldn't be the executive of the year, turning this team around so much. A team that should have went to the playoffs last year, but this year ain't nothing holding us back, bro. So, with that being said, now the question is, because now we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Now the question is, and that's right, Larry. You're completely right. Why not us? But now the question is, what's the game plan against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Somebody asked earlier in the chat, do we feel like Arthur Smith gonna have any? Look what I can do moments. Yes, he's gonna have some look what I can do moments. He's gonna run some sort of crazy reverse. He's gonna, try to throw a pass with Cordero Patterson. He's gonna do something to try to show us that we're missing out. He's going to try to do and the crazy thing is, here lately that's been a theme. People feel like, people from your past try to come back in and try to show you, oh, you're missing out, or try to show you, hey, this is what you need to be thinking. Arthur Smith, that's not, you need to let it go, Bo. Did anyone hear in the news that Arthur Smith said, hey, we're going to try to put up 40 points against the Atlanta Falcons? Did Arthur Smith put up 40 points anytime with the Atlanta Falcons? Somebody please let me. Did Arthur Smith ever put up 40 points with the Atlanta Falcons? Why is he bragging about putting up 40 points against the Atlanta Falcons? Or why is he talking trash like that? That goes to show me right there. Does he even believe what he's saying? I'm so confused. Does Arthur even believe Arthur? Tyler Russell, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Hope you're doing good today, man. Hope you're doing good today. I hope you had a safe and productive work week, and I hope that you ain't gonna be doing nothing come Monday. Ron Thompson says, Big Low, we need to take it one game at a time. Yes, exactly, one game at a time, Bo. How you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So you got to take it one game at a time. Antoine Wartime, Ron Top. He never put up 40 points as the head coach. So why does he think now? What's changed now? It's going to make him think they're going to be putting up 40 points against the Atlanta Falcons. My number is 24. My number is 24. The Pittsburgh Steelers will not score more than 24 points against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go ahead and call it, Bo. My number is 24. As a matter of fact, what's the line? What's the line? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what they talking about. Because Arthur Smith, he done ran my blood pressure up. Let's see. So they're giving the Falcons 3 points. Well, I'm sorry, they're giving the Pittsburgh Steelers 3 points. They're saying that the Falcons are going to score 3 more points than the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they're saying 41. So what's that? So what we're looking at? 22, what? 22-19? Is that right? 22-19? Pittsburgh Steelers ain't gonna score no more than 24 points. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. J Mall says 27-10 Falcons. We doing yeah. Let me know what your score predictions are. ATSK man says our mission is to beat that so-called genius. Arthur Smith is a genius. In the words of Uncle Steve, shouts out to Uncle Steve. Y'all make sure y'all check out Uncle Steve's Lounge anytime. Great content. He has hours of content over there on Uncle Steve's Lounge. Look, great content. He's a very funny guy, but his singing, it used a little bit of improvement. He even had me off key whenever I was trying to sing. Shouts out to my homeboy Uncle Steve, man. Uncle Steve is legit like an uncle to me. But yeah. Y'all let us know. What are your score predictions? I'm finna go ahead and tell you, the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't scoring more than 24 points. I'm just gonna put it out. I'm just gonna put that out there. And I'm also gonna say we're gonna score in the mid-20s. I'm saying we score around 24 points. But the fact of the matter is that, and it's like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the show, we have to remember Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line is banged up. Now I don't know who the backups necessarily are, but y'all seen the depth that we have on this defensive line. That left guard position is, if it's struggling, if it's on that struggle bus, then hey, Bo, I don't know if this is the situation where you want to be coming into. Not having to deal with a Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata, Taquan Graham, Eddie Goldman, Zach Harrison, Katavius Street, Ruka Rororo, Brandon Dortless. I don't know if you want to have to deal with all that, Bo. I don't know if you have to deal with all that. So that's why I said earlier, as far as Russell Wilson, it's kind of like that old Dream song. Girl, call a tissue, your beautician. Cause your hair is gonna need fixing. Russell Wilson gonna sweat it out, sweat it out, sweat it out. Ooh. It's gonna be some hard times for Russell Wilson, Bo. And you know that they said that quarterback competition was kind of rough. They said it was a situation where they ain't much know if they wanted to give it to Russell Wilson. Because Q Lavender said, look at here, they're gonna be dealing with all that in the middle. They still gotta deal with Matthew Judon. They still got to deal with Matthew Judon. So, I mean, with that being said, I just don't know. I feel like it's going to be one of those cases where this whole time we were trying to, see how explosive this offense can be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we don't even have to turn this thing loose. I'm just gonna call it. We ain't even gonna have to turn this thing loose offensively because I don't feel like Arthur Smith's going to be able to do too much. I mean, I feel like Najee Harris could get 100 yards. I feel like that is a legitimate concern. If the game stays close long enough, Najee Harris could get 100 yards. But if we jump out there and we get 23 points by the third quarter, Steelers ain't gonna be able to keep up with that, Bo. I think we legitimately gonna turn this thing into a track meet. Q Lavender says 20. I can't even say that, Q. I can't even say that. Zebulon Tree says 28-13 Falcons. Shannon Williams says 34-17. Falcons, Shannon. Let me know. Falcons or Steelers. I need to know. I just need some clarification. I don't want to be telling everybody the wrong score prediction. Then later on you're gonna be like, man, nah. I meant Steelers was gonna win, coach. Like, oh, okay. I just need to know. J Miles says if we lose to Arthur Smith, that might hurt more than the Saints. Man, I ain't even considering losing to Arch Smith. Melvin Emery says 24-10. Falcons rise up. Yes, sir. Hello. You already know what time it is. Smokey Sinatra says, I got 31-17. Our way. Rise up. Yes, sir. Antoine Wartime says, by it being the first game, I would give it 24-17 to my Falcons. Love it. Mark Cheney's in the house. Shouts out to my homeboy Mark, man. I actually seen your mom at the game, Mark. At the last preseason game. But Mark says 28-17. I'm assuming Falcons. Ron Thomas says we need to run the score up ASAP. Look, I ain't mad at it. Q Lavender says they have nobody to stop Matthew Judon at all. Shannon Williams says Matthew Judon getting 4 sacks. I take it. Manuel Brown says my only concern is TJ Watt killing. Well, see, that's why you're supposed to have Charlie Warner in there. That's the difference. If you get Charlie Warner, one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL, look, we could double team Watt. I'm cool with that. We could double team. Tanisha Higgins says 28-21. Falcons 28, Pittsburgh 20. I love it. I love it. ATL cameo. Rise up to your family. Hope you're doing good tonight. Also, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button for me. I'll dance at your wedding one day. I promise you. I could move a little bit now. Look, I ain't gonna do the body bumper. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi. I ain't gonna do that one. But y'all just let me know. You want me to do the hug? Do the hustle. I can do the hustle. It don't matter. You just let me know. Oh man, Dirty Bird Bills in the house. It's 27-10 Falcons. I love it. Tyler Russell says 34-13 Falcons. Q misses 1 extra point. I love it. I'll take it all day. Twice next Sunday. Winston Thornton with the eye test says, what in the world, Bo? 24-14 Falcons. Get here. I love it. Dallas Fairden says, Kurt got his you like that? Rise up. You know it. Tanisha Higgins says, whoever has the best run game going to win. And like I mentioned this earlier now, like I feel like Najee Harris. I know Najee Harris has bad vision. I understand that. I feel like he might be able to run. I feel like he might be able to break off a couple on us. I gotta keep the book. I gotta stay transparent. I feel like Najee might be able to break off a couple on us. I feel like it's one of those cases where if we jump up by a double-digit lead, that run game's done. Well, you know what? I can't even say that because we know how Arthur Smith is. He's bullheaded. He'll be down. How many times have we been down by 17? Arthur Smith still running the ball like he don't know there's only 11 minutes left in the game. 3 straight runs. How many times have we seen it? Mike Jenkins here. What in the world, Bo? Falcons. Falcons. Nah, he said EAGLES equals. I can't say the chant. Da-da-da. That's a Superman chant. Hey, man, we look, Mike, we running up on you. We running up on you this year, Mike. It's going to look. Last time y'all got us, I ain't going to lie. But you still been coming back and showing love consistently. I love it, man. Young OG, he says 28-10 Falcons. He says book it. Lock and low. I love it, Bo. I love it. Dallas Farrington says 34-24 Falcons win. I don't feel like Pittsburgh will score more than 24 points. I'm just putting it out there. If Pittsburgh scores more than 24 points, I'll eat my shirt. I just don't see it happening. And I'm gonna talk about 40 points. I definitely know that ain't finna happen. George Pickens a bad man, but George Pickens running the same 3 routes. That ain't gonna work against Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates. And who played defense in practice against Arthur Smith's offense every week? Jesse Bates. I just don't see it happening, Bo. Nando says, what in the world, Bo? What is that? 12-15. The NFL better know. Woo, you already know what time it is, man. Shouts out to my homeboy Nando. Yes, sir. Will Amy in here says 28. Dirty Birds, Steelers, 14. I love it. Wow. Casey Washington gets his first NFL touchdown. Man. Y'all making some crazy predictions. I love it, man. This is the beautiful thing about this time of the year. This is the beautiful thing about this time of the year because everybody comes in and I love all the optimism. Jerome says 31-10, Bijan with 150 total yards, Algier 2 rushing touch. This is what's beautiful. You got to love this, man. You got to love this. You got to love this. Look here, if you love it, you need a way to express it. You could do that by making sure that you hit that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Will Amy said, "What in the world, Bo? Live from the 912. The 912 boys. Shouts out to my big brother, Big Nick, man. 912 boys. Rest in peace, camouflage. Yes, sir. Y'all boys better back up." Matt Ty Dirt says 31-20. Falcons. Yes, sir. Nando says Falcons 29, Steelers 15. The NFL better be on notice. They better be on notice. Chris White says 31-17 Falcons. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. I love it. Q Lavender says rookies have scored the first touchdown year of the year or rookie of the year. You let me know. Got Dre the boxing on there here. Says Pittsburgh will score 10 garbage time points when Tomlin takes the playbook, 34-24, but it'll be bigger spanking than the final score. I'll take it. I'll take it. Chris White representing that 478, you know it. Brad Chisel, 28-0. I don't think we'll blank them. I think they might put up like a good sit. I think they'll put up like 17 to 19 points. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like it'll be a little bit better than the average Arthur Smith team, which was like around 16, 14 points last year. I feel like it'll be a little bit better. Because we gotta acknowledge Russell Wilson, he's just a better quarterback than Desmond Ridder. But fact of the matter is Arthur Smith's pass concepts are just pedestrian. Like they're terrible. So I don't know. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But I know I'm excited about it. Shouts out to everybody that's gonna be watching college football. Has anybody started watching college football? Anybody watch that game last night? Anybody watch Coach Prime and them do their thing? Watch uh Travis Hunter with that unbelievable catch. Like a lot of people were like, man, Travis Hunter was overrated. I was saying, he might be too small for the NFL. Travis Hunter's a dog. That young man is a dog. He looks small, but the stuff that I seen him doing, boy, like he's different. He's different. Somebody need to tell Shiloh, Dion need to tell Shiloh he needs to stop doing all them late hits because he got flagged one time, but there were a couple times where they could have got him a couple more times with some late hits and late pushes. But maybe Shiloh just trying to set the tone, trying to make sure that Colorado is a little bit more of a physical football team because that's definitely not where they were last year. Nando says it'll be early in the year. They end up averaging 26 points per game, but not in the first game, Bo. Look, I ain't mad at it. Brad Chisel says, yeah, I like Hunter. Imagine him and Drake together. Look, everybody said we need a cornerback. I'm just saying, everybody said we need a cornerback. If you need a cornerback, I know he's from Dallas, but the Atlanta Falcons were a team that Deion Sanders said he wouldn't mind his boys coming to. Everybody said we need a cornerback. I'll take Travis Hunter. I'll take him all day. That's a football player, Bo. He remind me a lot of Shady, just a straight football player. Man, you go watch. As a matter of fact, Shady playing in Rome next Friday. If anybody's in that area, look, y'all watch a game of Shady play in. He's just a football player. Wide receiver, cornerback, safety, linebacker, kick return, but he do everything. He even grilled the hamburgers before the game. Shady legit, bro. Shady's legit. Horn 198. Crazy. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Jay Figgy says, "Hey, Bo, what are your thoughts on the Steelers' defense and how Zach Robinson will respond?" Well, it's like the thing is that the Steelers they've been running the same defense since the Israelites came out of Egypt. They like to run a lot of that zone blitzing defense. They haven't been doing it as much since they had J.J. Watt because he gets so much pressure. But I feel like this is an offense that's made to beat that zone blitzing defense. They run a lot of 3-4, and I feel like with that zone run blocking scheme that we have and our offensive line, they're so good at getting to that next level and sealing things off. I feel like Algier and Bijan Robinson can have a really, really big game. I feel like we're going to take a shot at Kyle Pitts early in the game. I'm going to say he's going to be split out wide, not in line. I'm going to say he's going to be lined up at Z, and they're going to take a shot to him. But I think they're going to try to do that just to spread everything out. But I legitimately feel like we can run against these guys, and it's going to be legit. The only thing is that Arthur Smith and our offensive line coach, they worked together for like the last 3 years. So Arthur Smith, he's going to be in that defensive line room, and that linebacker room, probably trying to give up some intel as far as what happened. But I will tell you, I feel like we can run against these guys. To be completely honest with you, Jay Figgy. But look, this is why we line up. We play to you play to win the game. Euro boss, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Nando says all our Atlanta Falcons need was a good quarterback, one, Bo. So what in the world? Yes, sir. You know it. Mark in here just laughing. He just oh man. Jerome says every time Pittsburgh get in the red zone, uh those future big head cutouts in the crowd. So Russ nuts up and just throw picks. Yes, sir. You already know it. You already know it. Yes, man. One more Friday. One more Friday, Mark. I'm excited. I'm excited. Winston says Hunter put on 15 pounds and Shador put on 12. Them boys solid. Nah. Crazy thing is Hunter put on 15 pounds. It's like it don't look like it. But that's a boys that legit athletes. That's some boys legit athletes. I know Shady, he's like 205. He don't look like it. He might be like 180, if that. But I mean, I was looking at him yesterday. He was on the ground. I was like, man, little fella, he looked like he 155, 160, 165. And they was like, yeah, he put on like 15 pounds. I was like, where? You put 15 pounds in the shoulder pads? Because I don't see it. But look here, boy. Buddy's just a football player. Buddy's just a football player. Yeah, Q. Yeah, you can't forget Big 25. Like he gonna come in and do what he do. And a lot of people sleeping on that, man. Yeah, that Thursday night game gonna be legit, man. That Thursday night game gonna be legit. I'm eager to see some of these college games. That Florida Miami game, that's gonna be crazy. I'm ready to see that. I didn't get it because we were doing the show. I was watching the the Oklahoma game, and it looks like they were kind of walking away with that one. I didn't see how it ended. Let's see. Yeah, 51-3. They just drug Temple. So it's crazy with this new college football system. You know, it's the top 12 teams. So as of today, Utah would be in the college football playoff. That's crazy, right? They beat Southern Utah 49-0. That game last night with North Carolina and Minnesota, that was crazy too. That was crazy. Crazy, man. It's weird because you go like to all these different schools. Like we met Mac Brown, wore his championship ring that he got at Texas. I mean, you become like you have legitimate relationships with these guys, and it's different watching games now because it's like, dang, Mac, he's probably upset and he's probably saying something like this, and you like, man, I wonder how they're responding to it. It's crazy. Jerome said, Bo, did I notice the Falcon site has Grady listed at 288? You like we trimmed down for endurance and quickness. Look, as long as he keeps that strength, and he don't be getting pushed back those 5 yards that those offensive linemen try to push that defensive line back. I'm cool with it. One thing about Grady, he always, Grady always going forward. You hardly ever see Grady going back unless you see that clip whenever he was triple team. Chris White says Charlie Warner will be one of the best free agents. Man, as far as the run game, Charlie Warner is what we wanted Fitzpatrick to be. So once again, another Georgia Bulldog. So I'm excited to see what Charlie Warner is going to do in blocking. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in line blocking, coming out of motion. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the video that we took of the scrimmage at the Benz that the Atlanta Falcons did. Look, I never forget, he was split out. He was split out in the slot. He came in motion, came in line, and it was almost like it was a makeshift trap play that they ran. He came right behind that guard. I mean, picked up that linebacker so beautiful. He pancaked him. And as a matter of fact, Matthew Bergeron gave him some of his homemade maple syrup. Pancaked him. I was like, oh my goodness, boy, this is gonna be crazy. My homeboy Joseph Thornton in here say he got that all for me, boy. What's going on, Joe? Much love to you, fam. Hope you're doing good tonight. Let's see. Ty says, do you think Pittsburgh could use Justin like Taysom here? They possibly could. I mean, look, one thing that a lot of people like don't really understand is how talented like Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields, he's another guy. He's a football player. Like, I know he plays quarterback, but y'all heard about in training camp and in mini camps, they had him do reps at running back. They had him do reps at kick return. Justin Fields is a football player, bro. Jay Figure says, anyone else going to be at the Benz on the 8th? Can't have the Steelers outnumber us at home. Hey, bro, I'm going to be there live and full effect. Live and full effect. Look, if you look for me, I'm going to be right over there by Molly B's, chilling out with my homeboys, old Eric Parker, old Mario, and Ravage, Vinny, the Falconator. Pastor Troy probably come through, and I'm gonna be right there. Me and Coach Ronnie, we're gonna be over there having a good time, man, enjoying it. You'll see Joy over there too. So if you're trying to get a shirt, you can hit Joy up. She'll be through there too. Francisco says, I'm gonna be at the Falcons game in Vegas. I live here. I can't wait. I'm excited. Well, look, we're gonna be down there, man. We're gonna be down there, so we definitely gonna have a good time. Definitely gonna have a good time. Jay Figure says, "Do I take autographs? You mean do I sign? Do I give? Yeah, I give autographs. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Just link up with us. We'll be over there by Molly B's in the little area where everybody meet up at. Take pictures at halftime. We'll probably be there before the game and at halftime. Sitting over there by the Dirty Bird's Nest. Yeah, we definitely do, man. Yeah, man. Vegas gonna be crazy. Vegas gonna be crazy. Francisco says, I'll be looking for you, Big Low, here in Vegas. When we play, yeah, we're gonna be there. I mean, so we're gonna be there with the Rise Up tour. So we're gonna be having parties in Vegas, and they're gonna be having all types of little events and everything. I know we're having a party bus going to Hoover Dam. So man, definitely. Yeah, hit us up, Bo. We're gonna be having a good time. Gonna be having a good time. Yeah, man. Mark. Vegas gonna be a movie. Vegas gonna be crazy. In the words of my homeboy Twisted Torch, Vegas gonna be a movie. Oh man, but look, Bo, I appreciate y'all coming on and chopping it up with a country boy. We have a good time per usual. Look here, I need y'all to make sure y'all don't do anything I would do. I need y'all to make sure that y'all stay safe. Most importantly, y'all make sure that y'all, try to, try to do the right thing. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got another Superman chat before we go. Brandon Levy in here with that. He says, wait a minute. Drake London for president. Drake London for president. You already know it. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Yes, sir. Shouts out to my homeboy Brandon Levy. He didn't come in here with the scissors. Brandon know what I'm talking about. He ain't coming here with the scissors. Hey, man, look, I need y'all to make sure y'all do a country boy favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. You hit that like button for me, I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day. Help, in the words of my homeboy Smitty, help us get out into the YouTube universe. Also, make sure you share the channel with your friends and family. And if this is one of your first time subscribing, or if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button for me. We have a great time during the season, and I'm telling you, you're going to want to be in here during the season. Win or lose, we have a great time. So definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Y'all stay safe, Bo. What in the world, Bo?